You're not recording.
Oh, I am now.
Oh, well, I have to take my little vitamin C packet.
Take your vitamin C packet, babe.
It's a little packet chock full of vitamin C.
Yep.
So that I can be the best me I can be on our podcast, Acon.
ACON podcast. That's us.
I know, I thought you were going to give the spiel.
Yep.
Bethany
Bethany
and Sean.
and Sean.
We are a couple of nuts talking.
Hey, nuts.
Hey, guys.
Welcome back to another episode of A Couple of Nuts Talking. We hope you had a great week or having a great week. We don't know when you listen to these. We release them on Mondays. So you could get your week started with some nuts.
I just found out one of our listeners listens on the way to work, and their work is only like 15 minutes away.
Oh, it's okay.
So it takes a couple rides to get to the whole episode. So she had,
Okay, honey.
I'm choking on the CPAC, yeah.
Okay.
She had said she can't wait to hear the ending sometimes because like she has to stop.
Yeah, she gets
And
half.
it'll be in the middle of something, yeah.
She gets half on the way there and half on the way home. That's great.
And you know what I told her?
What?
You're welcome.
Wow.
Mhm.
So happy to bring this joy and laughter and love into your lives. And we're hoping you're having a great week. We're hoping you had a great week, great weekend. Welcome back to ACON FM.
No, it's not a radio show.
104.2
Oh,
FM.
God. It's already a mess. This is already not like someone new listeners are like, what is this?
Neighbor update. Not the usual meth head neighbor, but other
No,
neighbors.
upstairs neighbor this time.
Oh, my God. If we sound a little stuffed up,
Perturbed.
it's because
Oh.
they have this giant smoker / barbecue on their little front stoop, which literally doesn't even fit up there.
Like it legit looks like a barrel. Like those.
It's a smoker, honey.
Yeah,
It's
like you
something
put chemicals
restaurants-
in.
Restaurants use this shit.
Yeah. And so every time the bitch opens it, it's fucking Mount Vesuvius eruption.
She is just smoking meats.
And she's got a mask on.
She's wearing a mask so she doesn't have to inhale all the
Soot.
smoke that's coming off her fucking gigantic smoker. It's coming directly into our bedroom window, our studio. This is
Our
our
entire-
podcast studio.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm having a hard time breathing. I'm not
I
even
know.
gonna lie.
I fell asleep. The toxic fumes made me fall asleep.
Look at her. She goes. She putting something else on there. They can't
She don't
see.
even share.
I mean, offer us something. If you're gonna kill us with your smoke,
Oh, you know
offer,
what?
Look at all that smoke.
I don't even want any. She's using Hawaiian bread. I can't stand that stuff.
Oh, she took the mask off. That's weird.
Oh, it's probably because she got some of that soot inside of it and thought, well, maybe some regular air would do me
She
better.
keeps looking down there like that. It's so weird. She keeps like looking over the rail.
Oh, like she's trying to upset somebody?
I don't know. What are we doing, honey?
What are we doing?
What are we doing worrying about this lady across the way?
Oh, I thought you meant sucking in this air.
I mean, that too, but oh my God.
It's our business, honey.
It's true. She's
My
made it our
lungs,
business.
my business.
She's made it our business. Got to tell you a quick story. Went out to coffee with a buddy of mine this morning. He's a director friend and just a friend. And we were going to catch up and talk about future projects.
Yeah, Sean does his
compose-
soundtracks.
I compose music for the films that he makes.
Not for nothing, Haunted Air was his soundtrack to one of his movies.
Yeah, there's a movie he has that's at the Phoenix Film Festival. Well, shit, this is months later, so it's not even going to be there at that time.
So just take that part out.
No, I'm not gonna. But so anyways, cute little place over here in our neck of the woods, Studio City. It's a place called Aroma Cafe, and it's on Tahunga Avenue, across from the Vitello's restaurant where the actor Robert Blake, a.k.a. Beretta, shot and killed his wife. Cute little breakfast brunch place called Aroma. Tons of seating inside. Very cute.
Honey,
Anyways,
none of this matters. Just
okay,
get to what
okay,
pertains
so
to
we
the
met
story.
up, we got some coffees, and they built some front patio seating since the pandemic happened. So we're sitting out there on the front patio, enjoying our coffees, catching up. And this homeless lady that's just wearing like an oversized dress coat, nothing on under it. I think she might have had a top and some short shorts, but all you see is legs and kind of chest, no boobies. Her hair's greasy, teeth are yellow. She got makeup smeared, eye shadow just smeared. You hear it in a distance. You hear, fuckers, motherfuckers, fuck you. And then it gets closer, fuck you, fucker. And then she zeroes in right at me and my friend. And she's like, you ugly motherfucker. And my poor bud starts churning. He has a brown complexion too, but I could see the red come through it. And I'm like, oh, dude, don't. And then she gets closer. She's like, look at these ugly motherfuckers. And then she spits at us. And my legs are crossed, all femme-like.
And quivering?
Yeah, my legs are crossed, all femme-like, and my toes are sticking up. This shit came within, I want to say, 3 to 4 inches of my foot, my crossed foot. And me and my bud are just looking down at this spit on the ground, and then she walked away, or she walked into the restaurant, which has outside patio seating, and she disappeared in there for a few minutes. No more yellings, but then she came out with a cup of water, like she had came to her senses or something enough to get this.
No. She knows what she's doing.
I know.
She's trying to get you guys to pay her to go away.
Well, yeah, the finally workers told her, after 5 to 8 minutes, finally we're trying to escort her out. But it was weird because she was like, well, where do you want me to go? She started having like a conversation
Of
with
course.
them. Like she knew where she was. She
Honey,
knew what she was doing.
if you can act crazy, wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah.
how fun would it be to just unabashedly be whatever
Oh, okay. And then she leaves.
with zero repercussions?
She's dragging this fucking sack on the ground that's like tarp material, so it's kind of plasticky. You hear it being dragged away. It's got holes in it. I don't know how this stuff is staying in it. Anyways, we're winding down an hour together having coffee, and you hear the bag coming back, and I look at him. I'm like, oh shit. And then she looks at this woman. She zeroes in on this woman. She's like, yeah, you see her? That's the fucking daughter of Satan. Yeah, fuckers. And then she looks over at these other guys sitting down. She's like, you ugly motherfucker.
Okay, I'm going to stop this now.
She's calling everybody. I know, I
Because-
feel it in me
Yeah,
again.
because just so you guys know, this happened this morning. And all while Sean was making me breakfast,
Ugh.
I had to hear him like exercising this creature.
What did you hear in the
Out of
kitchen?
it.
What did you hear in the kitchen?
I just heard, get dirty motherfucker and get out your bed. Like
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
and I had to run into the
She
kitchen
did. There was spit all over the counter.
and stop him. It was vile. And
I felt like I
prayed.
was possessed.
I prayed over him because I thought she maybe gave you guys a little something and you walked away with it. You know what's interesting, Sean,
I
is
should
you
text
always
my buddy
hold
and
on.
see how he is.
You always think that somebody else is getting affected more than you. And by the way you coming home and now telling this story again and staying in it like repeatedly,
well,
like it gets on you.
the thing was I was eating it while I was there, I guess, because I was.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
know.
saying. You want to look like everything's okay. and you
Everything
got
was.
this.
I was fine.
But no, you got to pray in that moment. You got to be like, get out. This is not for me.
Yeah, she was just wandering around yelling at people, telling them how ugly they are and spitting on.
And then I walk into the kitchen and there's spittle all over the counter.
then I was
and in
spitting.
your beard. And then you try and kimps me. And
Yeah.
I was like, there's spit everywhere.
We were the only ones she spit on, though. That was crazy.
Well, you know what that tells me, though, hopefully? That you guys are. Because when you watch like horror movies like Exorcist and anybody getting exorcised, they only spit at the priest or at the one trying to do the holy
that's
stuff.
why she saw us.
She saw your angelic light.
Oh my
And yet we
God.
still allowed the darkness to come in. And the more you repeat it, the more it is.
I ate the darkness for my friend.
For breakfast, you were hungry. I told you we should eat before you go.
I ate the darkness for my friend.
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
had
saint.
you had a darkness burrito.
I'm a saint.
All right, listen. I'm going to tell you a story of an encounter that I had with a homeless woman. And it sticks in my mind like it was yesterday. And it was probably...
I love this. Let's keep telling homes because I got some more too. Let's
Okay.
go, baby.
Hold
Hit
on,
me
I'm
with
going to write
it.
another one down so I don't forget.
Did we already do ACON podcast? Follow us, subscribe. I always forget what that word. It's subscribe, right?
Yeah, subscribe, like, follow, share.
Okay.
And you guys got to do them all.
Yeah, come on.
Like, just take a few seconds out of your day
please.
to help set us up for greatness. Please.
Please. There's a couple reviews I've seen and a couple ratings.
Don't you want our podcast?
More than a couple people listen to us.
Don't you want our podcast to be about how we just went to Hawaii, had a great trip,
Right.
how we just bought a brand new car?
Don't you want to hear about all that
Don't
good
you
stuff?
want to hear us level up?
And you would have a part
You
in it.
would be that reason. Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to go back
Okay, back to the homeless
to
encounter
about
story.
12, 13 years ago.
Okay.
Actually, no, it would only be, oh no, it would be when we were together. So
Well,
it was
we've
like
been together
9
for
years
9
ago.
years. So.
Yeah, it would have been like that first year together. Whenever I was doing TaskRabbit,
Oh yeah.
I was doing TaskRabbit,
That
which
was a dangerous job for you, honey. You should not have.
I'm
been
gonna
doing
write
that.
down the other story that happened with the garage lady.
I don't even know if TaskRabbit's still a thing anymore.
It is. It's just completely set up differently, which is good.
You want to tell the listeners
I-
what TaskRabbit is real quick?
Yeah. So I worked for this app called TaskRabbit. It's basically like Uber or Lyft, but you get hired to just do tasks for people. Like you're going to run an errand, or you're going to make this delivery, or you're going to help organize a kitchen, or you're going to help whatever. And I had a whole account. I was killing it. You remember, I was like constantly people hired me to
know.
do stuff.
I took
And-
over one of the jobs one time.
You did? I don't remember.
The
that.
dishes at that Christmas party.
Oh, yeah, because I had two.
Yeah.
I had so many jobs, and I wanted both, that one started before the other one ended, and she told me it was going to end.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, you can throw my boyfriend some bones, and I'll have him come finish, because I got a whole nother new party to go to
Yeah.
to make hundreds of dollars at. So anyways, and you go on this app, and the reason why I loved it is because, yes, people could hire you outright, but more importantly, I could go on this app at any time. And as soon as I sign in, there would be tasks that I was capable of doing that would come in my area. And all I would have to do is hit it, and boom, I got the job. And then I would go and do it. So anyways, blah, blah, blah. I had to pick up these prescriptions for this guy. And it was at CVS, a CVS I had never been to. And I walk in the CVS. The line is horrific. It's Hollywood. So the line is fucking out the door. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting there for minutes. Now you get paid on TaskRabbit every 15 minutes. But the first 15 minutes roll into the 30. So in other words, I could work for anybody for 30 minutes. And the drive there doesn't count.
That's
What always
insane.
sucked.
That's
Right. Because if it's
crazy.
an hour away, I'm screwed. So anyway, I'm in this thing. I'm waiting in line, and all of a sudden at CVS, there's about two people in front of me, and I hear this lady walk in, and she's just like, excuse me.
Can I?
What?
If you're gonna yell, pull back a little bit. Love you, honey.
Excuse me. Where your pussy product at? Where your pussy product at?
Okay. Okay.
Now, at first, I'm like, this is Hollywood. This is a joke. It's a joke. Now, mind you, this is a very large woman.
Oh God.
Like, I'm talking tall. Like, I'm talking like
Pretty sure I saw this woman on the train a couple times.
big ass hair. Everything about her's big. Big. Wearing like 3 dresses. What?
I just gotta turn you down a little bit.
You know, can I say something
Yeah.
that's really, I'm going to be really curt with you. How come when I'm telling a story, you consistently interrupt so it ruins my story?
I don't mean to,
And
honey.
just so you know, and the listeners can rewind it to when you were telling your Montana story,
Yeah.
that I never interrupt you.
You're right, and I
Okay.
apologize.
Because it's really
Yeah.
annoying. I'm ADD.
That's not. I know. I'm not.
and it ruins
I
the
don't
flow
want
of
to
my
interrupt
story.
you. I just. Okay. Before you continue, if you're gonna pop or you're gonna be yelled, just pull back a little bit, and then.
How about this? If you're going to be you, I can't do this anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. So quit telling me what to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honey, you have to understand, being the producer, editor, creator, all of this shit of the
Of
show,
nothing.
I have to direct
it's a
you
big
on
deal
what
in
to
your
do.
head.
I have to direct you on how to
Give
do
me a break.
this.
Again, we're now 5 minutes away from the story I was telling.
Okay.
And
Where are the pussy products
don't take my character.
I'm helping you. I'm getting you
don't
back into
need-
there.
Look, let me tell you what I don't need. Storytelling help.
Okay.
Okay? Here we go.
Okay.
I'm in line at CVS doing a task for someone else. 2 people up. I'm about to hit it. I'm about to get out there. Someone comes in, a big ass woman, and she starts yelling about a pussy and needing some products for it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, where your pussy product at? Now,
She's
she
kinda
is
like-
screaming it. Stop, Sean. She is screaming it multiple times. I'm talking like 4, 5, 6 times. Not one CVS vested worker came up to assist her in any way and her pussy.
You know what's interesting is that she actually was going to get products for her pussy if she was out of her mind and homeless.
Yeah, she walked in needing some help.
Sounds
and
like she was of her right mind.
now, I don't know if she was going to pay for it. She probably was just going to be pointed to it and then take it.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you. Actually, I have no idea. She
Okay.
had several dresses on, though. Now, like, we're on the 5th, 6th time. Oh, excuse me, where pussy product at? No one is rescuing her. No one's helping her. Now, mind you, there are aisles that say what everything's in, but she's not mindful of that. She's just probably feeling the wrath of her pussy. And so I'm sitting in line and I'm like, someone needs to help this person out. But then it was my turn at the line, and I had just been here for like 35 minutes. And I was like, I'm not helping this random stranger.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
So you said she was layered up. She had
Yeah.
layers of dresses
Yeah.
on. What did like everything else? What her hair look like?
I
What
told
did-
you, big ass wig hair.
Big wig hair. You said that. Okay.
Big wig hair.
And she was a
She had
bigger
a scarf
person.
around her neck.
What time of year was this?
Probably summer or spring.
Okay, so it was
Yeah.
warm. Okay.
It was warm. It
So
was
she's
unnecessary.
clearly a homeless person.
She's wearing everything she probably owns.
She's clearly a homeless
Yeah.
person.
She had a big ass bag though.
Oh, okay.
A
Clearly.
handbag.
Okay. Yeah.
And flip flops.
Clearly homeless.
Yeah. And so I get up to the line. I get my drugs that I need for my task. And as I'm leaving, she is still wandering, now arms a flailing. I need pussy product. Where are my pussy products at? I'm not going to lie. That entire day in my car, I thought, I really hope she gets what she needs for her pussy.
Yeah.
Like, I thought about her pussy a lot.
Me too. Not thinking about. No, I really hope that she got what she needed for her
Yeah.
pussy too.
Like, why wasn't she getting help? Why wasn't somebody just directing her in the aisle? And also mildly, and by mildly, I mean wildly curious of what was wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you're yelling like that
I think I know.
and
what
you
was
go to
wrong.
CV, what?
I-
Bugs?
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen stuff.
I don't want to see. I don't want to hear it.
I'm going to tell you about it.
No,
after
because it's a
this.
visual. I'll close my ears
Oh,
and then
you're
the
gonna-
listeners can hear.
Then you could take the headphones off because it's disgusting what I've seen.
Okay, go ahead. Tell your next story. I
Oh, is that
several.
it? So wait, did you help her? Or that was it?
No, I was on a task.
Okay,
honey.
you
I
couldn't.
I can't leave. I get paid for a certain amount of time that they
Yeah.
allot me, and if it goes over, it's my bad.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, but I was. Her face will never leave. I actually don't remember her face. Her body outline will never leave my face.
Yeah.
My
It was
mind.
imprinted like when you stare at the sun or
Mhm.
something like that. Well, this wasn't an encounter per se. Listeners, this is graphic and gross. If
Do
you-
I need to close my ears?
but it's brief. I think I've told you this
Okay,
before.
then go ahead.
It's brief, but if you don't want to listen, I don't know. Don't
I don't
listen
think
to this.
anyone. I don't think you could preface that, honey, and anyone could not listen now.
So I was at a sober living, and a group of us guys were going shopping, and we were at the Ralph's, like North Hollywood or something like that. And there was this crackhead, clearly crackhead or meth head, on the sidewalk by the parking lot. And she had a short denim skirt on. And she was taking hits from a glass pipe. We saw it happen. We were watching. We're just like, whoa. And she bent over to go into her bag. And this was a very short skirt she was wearing. And she didn't have any underwear on.
Hmm.
And when she bent over, you could see everything.
Okay.
And we saw everything.
And extra, probably some things.
And what looked to be cauliflower, like growing out of between her legs, like big. It was big cauliflower-looking things.
It was probably genital warts.
It was warts that were untreated, I'm sure, and they were huge, and you could see them from a distance. You could see them from a distance.
Probably when she peed, it went all different directions.
Oh my God, it was crazy looking. And I could see it now. I'm closing my eyes.
I'm glad I don't see it.
Oh, honey, it was like kind of like Romanesco too. It was kind of greenish, whitish
Oh,
from a distance. Oh,
spoken like a true nutritionist.
unreal. Let's see other
Okay.
homeless
Should I go to
encounter.
my next one?
Oh, well, that wasn't really an encounter. That's what I was trying to tell you. But
It was a story.
I mean, I was going to tell one, but you could tell. I guess that was me telling.
That was you telling a story about.
Hold on, let me think. Was there anything else happen after that to make this
Wow,
story?
now
a
you're
little
just trying
longer?
to.
No, that was it. We got in the car and then we left, and then probably went to a meeting or something.
You probably went to eat, knowing you.
Cauliflower.
Yeah. Cauliflower crust pizza.
Oh God!
Can you imagine that?
Please.
All right. So this last encounter, I don't know if it's funny, but it was scary, and I would say out of all of these, it's the most recent. Oh no, you wanted me to tell the other TaskRabbit story first.
Well, let's kind of keep the theme going here.
Okay,
Homeless
okay.
encounters.
We got to remember that because that's a
Just write it
dope-ass
down.
story.
Homeless encounters continued.
Okay. So very near to my house is a gas station that I used to frequent until we became Costco members. And there are homeless people all abound and around us in LA. And I went to just get gas. I get out and this guy walking around is like, "I'm thirsty. Can you get me something to drink?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, bro. I'll get you something to drink." I like that. Like
Straightforward.
I'm all about, if you tell me what you need, I'll get it for you, but I'm not just giving you money anymore. Like, I'm over that because I've seen that too much. So he was like, "I'm thirsty." I said, "Yeah, bro, I got you." I was like, "Go inside, pick something you want to drink, and I'll get it for you." Great. He goes inside. I get the gas. I go back inside. This bitch has what are those, like, carrying carts, like the baskets?
Yeah.
It is entirely full.
Shopped.
Okay.
He went shopping.
He shopped, and then he had a drink in his hand.
Yeah.
And I said, "I will get you that beverage in your hand." And he was like, "You said you would give me something. You said you would give me whatever I wanted." I said, "No, I said I would get you a drink."
Yeah.
And he was like, "These are all drinks. I'm going to get all this stuff." And I was like, "No, I'm not getting you anything now."
Yeah.
And so he started throwing things. And the guy who was behind the counter,
Get the fuck out.
oh God, he was like, to me, he yelled at me first.
Yeah.
He yelled at me first. And he goes, "Don't buy them anything. Don't let them in this store."
Yeah.
And then he went right to him. He was like, "Get out." And he was trying to get the basket
Oh
from
my
it. He was
God.
like, "Get out." And this guy was big, honey.
Yeah.
This was
What, the counter guy or the homeless guy
no,
was
the
big?
homeless guy. The counter guy was tiny, but zero fear
Yeah.
on this guy.
Yeah.
He's
Good
probably
for him.
encountered him 100 times.
Holy shit.
Zero fear. He's grabbing his basket. He's like, things are falling out. And he's like, "Get out, never come in here again." And then it was funny because I'm just standing there because I still have to pay.
Yeah.
And like, I have to
Oh,
have a discussion
God.
with this guy. So he finally gets the homeless guy out. And then he comes very calmly and sweetly. He's like, "I see your kindness. Do not be kind in this store."
Yeah.
I was like,
oh shit.
"Okay, got it."
Yeah.
But actually, I have not done anything of that sort since, because
I don't blame you.
I have seen kind of a turn of events in this city
Yeah.
with the homeless population.
Oh, they're very entitled.
Very entitled. Like, give it to me or I'll scare it out of you,
Yeah.
which is what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't play that.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
here I am being like, I bought families over by El Pollo Loco.
Yeah.
And they're like outside needing food. And I'm like, "What do you guys need?" I get them a family meal. I'm
Yeah.
all for it.
Yeah.
Give me what you want and need and I'll buy it. But I'm not getting, or like I went to Rite Aid. I think you were with me, weren't you? When I bought like a whole thing of ramen
Yeah.
for a family. Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress. Go ahead, babe.
Side note, they just got Portos delivered. They're over here smoking up the whole
What?
goddamn neighborhood, and then they have food delivered? What is going on?
Oh, Portos. You had me thinking Portillo's and I lost my
Oh,
mind.
no, not Portillo's. Okay, back to the homeless.
I was like, hot dog time.
Back to the homeless encounters. So these are short, so they'll be short stories. I could bang them out. Double banger here.
You're going to do one, though. We're going to go back and forth.
2009-ish, I'm working at In-N-Out Burger in Hollywood. Fresh out of rehab. Shocker. And that location's open till 3 a.m., and I worked one of the closing shifts. I'm heading home, walking home through Hollywood. I lived in Hollywood at the time, so I had to walk up Hollywood Boulevard up to my street every night. I had to walk right up through the boulevard. I'm walking, and a homeless guy is walking past me. There's nobody on the street really at this time. It's like 3:30 in the morning. I'm in all white because I'm in my In-N-Out outfit. I look dirty, like I just fucking, I don't know, like I probably looked homeless. Although I was clean cut and clean shaven at the time. I still looked greasy.
I've never seen him that way.
Never seen me without a beard in person. Just seen
Been
pictures.
together almost 9 years and we're married.
And a homeless guy asks if I have any spare change, any money. And I'm just coming from where I don't carry my wallet with me when I go to work. But I did have some coins in my, I think I probably would take like a $5 or something with me to work if I wanted to go get a drink from the gas station. And I had a few quarters and dimes, whatever, in my pocket. I take everything I have out of my pocket, all the change in it, and I hand it to him. And he opens his hand and he says, "That's it?"
Oh, that is their line. That's their line.
He looks at me and says, "That's it?" And I looked at him. I was like, "I'm just getting off work right now, man. You can get a job." And then he threw the money down and he fucking stormed off.
Did you go pick up your money?
I didn't. I just, because I was kind of scared. I was
Yeah.
alone, and I normally don't talk back. I avoid conflict, but I do have moments where I say stuff, and then I either forget how to talk or I get really scared.
And you're too tired to run because you just worked 8
Oh, I was
hours.
exhausted. I had these weighted non-slip shoes on, like, and he threw it down, and he stormed off. And then
Yeah.
I stormed off. And
I have
that was that.
a That's It story too.
Yeah.
So we were all walking by the 101 diner. You know
Yeah,
where that is?
Cafe
Yeah.
101.
Cafe 101. And there was a homeless guy with a blanket out and a dog, and he had camo on. And so initially I thought,
So
he's
you couldn't
a
see
vet.
him initially. Camo. You had a camo on. You couldn't see him.
I'm not kidding. Will you stop it? Seriously. Stop it.
Okay, hold on. Go. Sorry, honey. I didn't mean to interrupt you again.
No, do what I said.
Continue, please. I'll do it. Just go.
So I'm at the 101 diner with my friends.
Yeah.
You better.
Honey, please finish your story.
I'm at the 101 diner, and I'm outside. I'm going to walk to my car, and there's a homeless man there with a dog. He's in camo with a blanket down, and I'm thinking in my head, he served.
Yeah.
He's a vet. I'm definitely giving him money.
Yeah.
And he had a little sign, and so I walked up to him, and I just have, like, you know how I keep my money? Well, you don't, but back then I kept my money, like, all over the place.
Willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly. And I had big bags because I was living in my car, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so I went in and I had a dollar, and it was folded nice. So I had the dollar. I opened it up and I handed it to him, and he said to me, "That's it."
Wow.
And
You gave him a bill?
I gave him a bill because it's all I had.
Oh, my God.
You know, I didn't have any change. And but he served, and it was all I in my head. I felt like it's all I had. I would have given him more.
He didn't serve.
Well, then I go, "Well, thank you for your service." And he goes, I didn't serve."
Stolen fucking valor.
Stolen valor. And so I went to my bag, and I kept looking around, and there was a $5 bill.
No, baby. Please
Yeah.
tell me you didn't give it to him.
I pulled it out.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I pulled it out, and I was
Yeah.
holding it out, and I went, "I can't see him. Where is he? I don't know where he went. He disappeared because he
You
was
did
in
not.
camouflage." I did, and we walked away, and I was like, that is not okay.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had my friend with me who's a guy.
Okay, I was
so
gonna
felt,
say you're by
oh,
yourself.
gosh, yeah. Well, this guy was, like, out. He was drunk, and, like, I mean, I don't know if he's drunk. I shouldn't say that. I don't know. But he was.
Most likely, honey.
He was not of sound mind, just, like, laying there.
Majority of homeless people are drunk or on drugs.
But yeah, you can't wear camo and not have served, like, because he was giving that impression.
Yeah.
And I don't like that's not okay. And then to ask me that's it, and I'm fucking going to my house / car.
Douchebag.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Douchebag.
anywho.
Yeah, I had another short one. When I was smoking cigarettes, I smoked Parliament Lights for a long time. That was like my go-to. I was coming out of a 7-Eleven in Burbank. I think I had just bought a fresh pack of Parliaments.
I love when you say button.
I bought, sorry. And homeless guy at the bus stop right there. And he, hey, can I get a smoke? Because he sees me packing. You know,
Yeah.
you used to pack your pack
Do
your
you like
smokes
that
when you get 'em.
noise?
I do too. I loved
hate
it.
Smoke
I
and
love the
cigarettes.
smell of the fresh
Yes.
tobacco smoke. Great.
Oh.
I can't stand cigarette smoke now.
Do you know my dad used to hold me in his arms when I was little, and they would be in his little
You can
chest
smell the
pocket,
fresh tobacco.
and I would fall asleep just inhaling that.
Could you please not interrupt me? While I'm
No,
telling
I did that
stories?
one on purpose.
Uh-huh.
And it was
Maybe
just
you
the
can interrupt
beginning.
me all you
It
want.
was just the beginning of the story.
This is a couple of nuts talking. That's what this is. So anyways, I go up, open the fresh pack, boom, bam, bam, pull out 3 Parliaments, 3 of them,
What the hell?
because I'm that kind of guy.
Triple banger.
There you are, sir. He looks at them. Ugh, I don't smoke those. That's what he
I
says.
mean.
This motherfucker. I have 3 fresh cigarettes for him. And Parliaments were actually on the pricier side. I mean, they're really expensive now, but even back then, Parliaments were on the pricier side of the cigarettes.
They weren't American spirits, though, honey.
No, I did smoke those too. The yellow pack, the lights for a while, and the blues. I smoked everything. Menthols. I
You
smoked
smoked
anything. Just
anything
fucking
anyone
addict.
gave you.
Give it to me. He said, I don't smoke those, with a little chuckle. And
Honey, you were less than he was
Oh
in that
my
moment.
God. And he didn't, and whatever. I was like, okay. And I took them, I put them back in my pack and got into my little champagne-colored Saturn and drove away.
Good. Here's one. I had, and this I would say is also about 10, 12 years ago. I was auditioning for New Girl.
Yeah.
And I think it was my second or third audition, so it was a callback.
Oh, man, you almost got it.
I did. I was on the short list.
Almost
until
got that show, The New Girl, that Zoe Deschanel.
And then they just gave it to Zoe. I was
Yeah.
on the short list.
Well,
and they
she
gave
signed the dotted line,
They
probably.
did. She did. Anyways, outside of this establishment, I parked. And, just so you know, because maybe you don't know, but at least for me, when I'm on an audition, and it's a big deal, it's network. I'm doing well. I hear I'm on the short list. There's a thing that goes. I got lines going in my head. I'm breathing. I'm nervous. I was always nervous. You know me. I'm scared of everything. Nervous. I'm going to fail. So I'm in my head and I park and I'm just kind of like running lines and like, blah, 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 like trying to get my stuff together, breathing, my Navy SEALs breathing in my nose. And I pick up my script and I get out of the car and I walk around the car and I just hear, oh,
Oh, shit.
oh,
Ugh.
and a homeless woman is taking a shit
Oh.
using my door,
Oh, she was leaning up against
leaning
it.
up against it.
Oh.
And I'm not going to lie, I stopped and watched.
I mean, how could you not?
Now, of course, this is me, okay?
Wow.
Stopped, I watched. I kind of had to know what type of movement she was going to have because it was against my car for some reason. And I was like, you're pushing hard.
Yeah.
I'm almost happier because I feel like it will then be, bricky or
Yeah.
loggy. I was wrong.
I think homeless. Yeah. Yeah.
I was wrong. It was squirting everywhere.
Yeah, I imagine diarrhea.
Maybe it was cauliflower lady and it was ricocheting off things. But honey, when I tell you it went in directions I could not possibly imagine, my car was in all of those directions.
Oh, Jesus.
But I don't even know how to speak because it's in my head.
That's crazy.
But I'm walking away backwards right now. Like I'm walking towards the audition backwards in a cute little dress, right?
yeah.
Looking cute. And I cannot unsee what I've just seen.
Yeah.
And I'm about to go do an audition, one of many that I thought would change my life.
Sure.
Okay? None of them did. I shouldn't say that. Some of them did, but whatever. I get in the room. I am called immediately.
Oh God.
Pretty much callbacks when you got people in the room, they're pretty much on time.
Yikes.
I get in the room and I'm probably slack-jawed, and literally the casting person was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "This is what I said in front of 10 people. I know one. I know the casting person and their assistant. So
Yeah.
2, running the camera. Everyone else is probably a somebody." And I go, "I think so. A woman just shit on my car outside of your building." And now what normally I would think would make my crowd of people laugh hysterically,
Yeah.
their response was not that.
Yeah.
Their response was, "Is this the choice she's making coming into this room?"
Right.
Now, I'm pretty bent. Like, I'd never experienced this before. It would even have been more than, by the way, this is probably in my first 3-4 years of auditioning.
Yeah.
So, so this was even more than 10 years. It was
It
probably
had
like
to be.
15
That
years
show's
ago.
been on for like 15, 20 years. something like
15 years,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I'm green as far as like knowing what maybe proper etiquette was, but I'm unfiltered. I'm
Yeah.
fucking like, "Rah, rah, I'll just say whatever."
that. Yeah.
But that was one of the few times I learned a lesson of like, probably should be mindful of what comes out of my mouth. But also, why was that happening on my car outside?
Right.
The
Yeah.
timing of that, right?
Hollywood doesn't care, honey. You
By
could have
the
just
way-
been. You could have just been beaten and assaulted, and you would have to say everything is fine.
Yeah. And by the way, that might have been the audition that got me on the short list, by the way. So actually things did work out. I'm trying to remember. It's so foggy. Like,
Yeah.
I try not to remember any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter because Zoe got it anyways.
Wow.
But
Wow.
that, again, another face. And again, not the face. Another shit. Another bottom half, by the way, your cauliflower half,
Yeah.
that I can't get out of my head. Yeah.
Tales in the city.
Do you know what's interesting after these many years in this town, and even ourselves, is that now, and most of the population has become more homeless looking.
That's the look now.
It's the look.
Yeah.
So I feel like we can go to a store somewhere, and right before we go in, if we see some people that we think
Will give us money.
will give us money, we could just pause and
could.
say, "Do you have any spare change?" and see if we could get our grocery bill taken care of before we even go inside.
Pretty sure that happens, babe.
Yeah.
Oh, man. If you're on the verge of becoming homeless or you're an addict or something like that, there's help out there available for you. I actually looked up there. There's a 3-digit number, 988. That's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Give that a call if you're struggling. Let's just put that out there.
Well, also, let's put out there that both Sean and I have been homeless.
Yes, homeless, addicted, down and out.
Yeah. So we're not.
Never did I ever say, "Is that all?" or "I don't
Ever.
smoke those." I was.
Do you know what? I never even asked.
I
I
was
never asked
scrounging
for
around.
help.
I was scrounging around the streets picking up other people's cigarette butts out
Yeah.
of the gutter, honey.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I was buying
That's
the McDonald's special 29-cent hamburgers.
yeah. I remember
I was
that.
buying like 10 of those and just leaving them in my car. And if I was ever hungry, I would take bites of those, and they
Yeah.
would last me like a week.
They last that long, and they don't go bad
They don't go bad.
ever.
I already knew that just from like, I'm just going to chance it.
It's creepy.
Right. But I unfortunately never asked for help. But I was going to say, so Sean and I get to speak on this because we were that. In other words, like, Jewish people can make fun of Jewish people because now you have to be it to make fun of it
Honestly,
in this
honey,
climate.
Even if we weren't,
No,
we
I know.
still get to speak on it.
I'm kidding.
I know.
Believe me, out of me knowing I'm a comic, we're kidding. Everyone can say whatever they want.
Yeah, if you've had any weird encounters with homeless people, shoot us a message on our Instagram, ACON Podcast, or A Couple of Nuts Talking, or on our Facebook, A Couple of Nuts Talking, or I'll go ahead and just open up a Q&A on this podcast on the Spotify or whatever it is, and you can write it in there if you'd like. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
On
Wow.
any of the platforms, talk to us. Ask us
Yeah.
questions. What do you want to hear more of?
Let us know.
Let us know. We love that.
Let us know. This was a lot of fun today. I didn't know we were going to talk about our encounters with the homeless.
I came up with the theme song for that segment as soon as we start getting people asking us
What?
question. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know.
Wow. You know what I
Yeah.
was thinking while you were doing the telling your last story there about the Navy SEAL breathing?
Yeah.
You said the word breathe so many times. I had to bite my
Really?
tongue. I had to bite my tongue because I was running. Breathe in, breathe out,
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe
For
in.
the whole story, honey.
How
I
many
didn't.
times did I say it? Like too much?
Not even. But I heard I think 3 or 4 times. But that's all. I was just singing that song in my head the entire time you were telling that story. I wanted to do
Wow,
it
you didn't
so
even listen to my story.
bad. I wanted to sing it so bad.
That's why the only part of that story he can bring up is the Navy SEALs because he stopped there.
But I'm going to tell you, honey, I'm a saint because I didn't. I let you finish. I took note of what you said.
know what you are?
Asked me not to interrupt you, and I let you go.
Baby, you know what you are? Drop
What?
that S. You're an 8.
All right, nuts. This
I
was
just
fun.
came up with that.
This was a good time. We hope you have a great day, great week, great life.
Yeah, you know what? And let us know in the comments. Do you give to homeless people? Do you have rules about it? Do you avoid it? Like, let us know what your encounters have been.
Follow us and subscribe and share us.
And like,
Love you guys. Bye for now.
wow, do you just want to do them all?
Bye.
Stay nutty, everybody.
Bye for now.
Kim
Kim
says.
says.